she's just coming on board. So welcome, Shina, at this Zoom session. Hi, Shina, how are you? Welcome to this small podcast that we're doing with people who are connected with me from last few months or few years. And I have a privilege to talk to you because now you are in Australia, isn't it? And
Yeah.
Shina, I think your mic is not on. Maybe just check if it's on mute or we can't hear you. We can see you very clear. We have a very bright day where you are in New South Wales. And yes, please say something so we can check if his mic is working.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's working now. That's very good.
Okay.
That's very good.
Okay, thank you, Irfan.
How are you and how's your family?
Yeah, all are good. And we reached Australia on week before.
Yes.
And I'm going to start my work this week, probably. I think so.
That's very good. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm very excited to start my job. And I have already seen all the testimonies you have posted recently. The Luckmore and all the intern pharmacists they had done. So I'm also very excited to know what's going to be happen for me
That's
also.
right. And you know that this discussion is actually inspiring so many people, whether they are from India, whether they are from Pakistan, or if they are from any other part, including African nations like Zimbabwe or South Africa, or even we just have finished one chat with Nasreen Hamdan. She's from Jordan. And if you remember that group that I created last year that was having 70 people at the time. And I'm so happy that everyone got the job in Australia right now. I think none of them there left behind, and everyone success is actually reached their home and they are now working, or they're just starting, or they already completed few months. I think, and one of the girl, Hilda, she has complete her registration as well. So she's a full-fledged pharmacist. So that time is not far in your case. You're just starting and you will be finishing in 11 months. So how you're excited, and I know that you come with the family. So tell us about what happened and how you started this journey. It's your all your mic. What you want to say, which can be beneficial for others to get inspiration. Just say it's your time.
Okay. Actually, I'm from India, and
Yes,
I
I
worked in
know
the
that.
government sector. I'm a government pharmacist in India. Okay, and so in India, we have no such works in pharmacy. Just dispense the medicines doctor prescribed, and we have no counselings, nothing. Just giving the medicine. That's only. Okay, so we have no exposure to anything, and I usually think that why we studied BPharm, that course 5 year course, not 4 year course, and also I'm a MPharm graduate, and after that I got MPharm. So I usually think that why I have studied so much just to dispense the medicine like that only. My career will end like that, like this thing only. I usually think, and after that I came to know about the Australian community pharmacy and all those stuff. And the best thing I came to know that I can write exam KAPs in my country. Okay, and after that I can come to Australia, then I can work as an intern, so that in that time I can cope with the situations and what are the things they usually do in the community pharmacy in Australia, because we are entirely different from the pharmacy system in Australia. Okay, so I came to know that I will have a time to study and cope with all the situations, and then I can work as a registered pharmacist in Australia. That's the main thing which I chose Australia as the country for migration. Okay, and about my CAPS study, I have two kids
Yes.
of 7 and
How you
5 years
manage that?
old.
How you manage your
So
study and the family and the job and the kids?
yeah,
That's very good point for
yeah,
anyone who's
actually.
like a working mother.
Yeah. Actually, it was very difficult because after the working hours, my kids will be in home, and it will be very difficult for me to study. So my family supported me, And I went around the place where I lived, and I found a home where the upstairs is empty. And I went to the owner of the home and asked them whether I can use your place for study. And
My God.
they gave me the place for free to study. So after my work, I usually go to that place. Then I study for the CAPS with the syllabus.
This is
Uh,
very valid, very good point, because what you created an environment for passing the CAP. So you actually change your lifestyle or change your environment to achieve that goal. So this is very important. Everyone who's listening, either a mindset change, or either you create a environment whether you just see caps everywhere when you start your day. And I think this is a very good point. This is a very good point that you share. I think people will take this as a message, because this is not an easy
yeah.
exam. Everyone should know that it's not a piece of cake. You need to study very hard. You need to give 120%. So this is what Shaina just said, that she came out of her home and went into other place to study in a quieter place so she can concentrate and eventually achieve the goal. Yes, carry on, Shaina. I was just putting a comment.
Yeah, that's all. Then for the CAPS, I came through the syllabus, and I just want to pass because we are paying a great money for the exam. So
Oh
I just
yes,
don't want to simply sit the exam. I
yes.
want to pass it. Okay. So
Right.
through all the through the subjects I go through, and then wrote, and by God's grace, I got CAPS.
That's
And
very good. And were you confident when you were studying that you're going to hit the exam and you're going to pass the exam? What was your feeling at that time? And when you start feeling that?
At first, I was very much confused that whether I can make it or not.
Okay.
When
But
my family supported me,
yes.
and towards the end, I felt that I can make. And but the question was easier. Okay, everyone saying CAPS is very difficult. CAPS is very difficult. But in my experience, if you prepare, you can simply pass it.
Okay.
Because all it's mainly basic questions they are asking. Okay, so just brush up what we have studied in the BPharm course and just attend the exam. That's my opinion.
That's good. Any other point that you think that after passing your caps, how you successful in getting the work, how you manage, because you found the job while you were in India, right? And you were
Yeah, yeah.
applying and you were selected. You got a 494 visa, which is a employer sponsored visa. At that
Yes.
time, the easy way pathway like 491 or 190 visa, which are available now from end of this last year 2022, that option wasn't there at that time, isn't it? That
Yeah, yeah.
easy pathway wasn't there when you start your journey to find the job. So please tell us a little bit, like how you uh, approach, what you did, what steps you did that will be helpful for them to find the job after passing the exam.
Yeah, okay. Actually, after passing the exam, I sent my resume to so many companies, but I didn't got any response.
Okay.
Maybe due to the COVID season, because the borders was closed, and I was about to drop my dream actually,
Oh my
because there was no opening, no way, no hope, and everyone, even in the people in the Australia, were also telling that why you have written the CAPS exam, because the borders are all closed. There is no chance like that during the first time. Okay, I wrote my CAPS in 2021. Okay, and
20.
after that, I have started my search for the internship and all things. And from my experience, passing CAPS is easy, but for getting a job is very difficult. That I thought during the first days.
Okay.
Okay, and after that, I came in contact to Irfan. Okay, and I always
How did you come into contact? Can you recall?
am
Did
very
I approach you? Did you find me? How did you find
no,
me?
no, no. I approached you through my friend Naufal.
Oh
And
yes,
Naufal.
in
Yeah,
Dubai.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, in Dubai. Yeah. He gave me your number. I contacted you.
And did
Okay.
I reply? Did I say, no, you are from India, I won't help you? Did I say anything?
Oh, no, no, no. You called me the very next day through video
I
call,
call you.
and
I call you
yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone, and you were thinking, why this Australian pharmacist calling me? But you think like that because everyone who receive a call from me, they think that he doesn't have anything to do, or maybe he is
yeah.
smart.
No, no. Actually, I don't know anything about the Australian scenario. Nothing. Okay. So actually, you were a ray of hope for me,
Oh wow!
and
Thank you.
yeah, and it worked because uh, okay, and because through you only I reached my destination. I
Yes,
can
I
say
think I
like that.
remember.
Okay.
You were sitting in my webinar very quietly, and I was watching that why this girl is not talking. And I think I asked you in one time that please say something. Do you have any question? And you say no. I said anything which you need to tell us, just say something. I remember. So you were very quiet in our webinars. I remember you were, but you were visible. You have a camera on, and you were watching everything. So that was
Yeah, yeah.
desire that you, because your eyes were telling that you have a lot of things to ask, but you were a bit like hesitant to ask. I don't know. That's what I feel. But I asked you, I gave you a task. I said, I need you to make a video. And
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
how does that sounds to you at that time? Was it very awkward thing, or was it something eye opener for you?
It was not awkward because I want a job in Australia. Okay, so I was ready to do anything, and I was watching what and listening whatever you are saying. Okay, and everything you said that helped me in my interviews. Okay, I already shared that.
That's
Okay, whatever you
beautiful.
talk.
What you
Yes,
said,
yes.
everything I tell you that helps in your interview. So please elaborate a little bit. So every other person who's listening, they will start believing that, okay, what Irfan was telling us was true. And you just followed that. And you are now in Australia in probably in 7, 8 months, isn't it? After passing the
Yes,
caps.
yes. Yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
please tell us what I was saying to you, what you did. Please explain a little bit. So, they will know
uh,
everything that what is actually need to be done to come here, because jobs are not easy. Recruiters are after money, and how you can come here without that hurdle. Because I gave a formula to everyone in that group. We have Luckmore who got the job, and we have so many people who got the job from that process. And I was so happy. So please carry on. Sorry, I disturb you and stop you.
No, no, no. Okay. The main thing is you teach us how to be in the interview, how to perform in the interview.
Yes,
Always watch the camera while you have to be while
yes.
speaking.
You need to be
All
visible
those
in the
stuff.
camera. You need to be in the center, like that. Those basic things
Yeah,
I was telling you.
okay, and also you taught us about PBS, Webster packing, and all the things we have to know in the community
Yes,
pharmacy.
what jobs that
You
you do,
also,
because employer will get impression that you know a little bit. So I was telling
yeah,
you the
yeah,
requirement of pharmacy in Australia before 7, 8 months before when you were arriving. So that was
yes,
very
yes.
easy for your interview. Did your employer impress when you say that?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. They asked me about what I know about, and I told everything you told
Oh my
me.
God. Okay.
Okay, and they were very much impressed. And it's the first interview, and I got that job.
It's very good. I'm so proud that works, first of all, and that create a job for you. And that's the mission that I have, that I will assist other people, other pharmacists, and in their journey when they come here, they should progress to a higher level, not just do a ordinary job, just become a good pharmacist, become a leading pharmacist. Maybe when you're working in your as an intern, target yourself to become a Intern Pharmacist of the Year. Because if you remember my webinar from that time, I showed some examples
Yes.
of award-winning interns, if you remember that. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah. I
you
remember.
desire. You need to have a high desire. You need to be hungry to do a little bit more than the normal person. So that's what I was telling at the time. Yes, anything else that you remember from that time, or anything else that you want to say which can help others? Because listening and following the things which you just said is very, very valid point for others who are listening us today. And you are a live example that you have gone through that process, and you inspire your employer by learning those things. And even if you, for example, if you not come across to me. And if you went into a recruitment process, if you are unable to tell those PBS what things we do, maybe the employer will not get that satisfaction level during the
Yes.
process, right? Isn't it? And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They actually asked me about the community pharmacy in Australia. What do you know about the community pharmacy in Australia? So you told us that we should know about all those things. We should search about all those things, the schedules and everything. Okay. So I was well prepared before the interview. I can talk to them in great level.
That's good. That's good. Anything else that you want to tell in your journey? Like what you think that can be beneficial if I tell this to other person? Maybe that can be a remarkable edge for them if they're coming, because everyone will be new like you at that time. They need a coach, they need a guidance. So any tips or tricks after the interview or anything in your visa process or anything when you land here, how you finding the accommodation, anything which you want to tell?
Yeah, accommodation is a great thing in Australia because we don't have any rental history or pay slips in Australia. So, according to my opinion, if we have a job, then it will be a little bit easy for us to get a rental apartment because they will give us employment reference letter and all those things. Okay, so for me, they are asking me. I used to tell the rental agencies that I am from India. I am here only 1 week before, and I have no rental history, no pay slips. And then the next question they are asking me, do you have an employment letter? Do you have any employment reference letter? Something that. Okay, and they told me to send my employment and contract to them. Okay, for me, and I think that those coming under 491 visa without no employment, they will think that they can come and search an employment here, but to get an accommodation, it's very difficult. So better you find an employment from the area where you are, then come to Australia, and with that contract or employment letter, it will be easy for you to get an apartment.
Okay, and how about your kids' schooling? Where are they going to go in school?
Yeah, for me, now here the vacation is going on. So I hope by next week I will get an apartment. So after that, we are preferring the schooling in that area.
Okay, and I know that you come along with your husband. So what he will do here? What he's thinking?
He's going want to go for a part-time job. Okay. So that he can manage the kids and family and all things. Everything depends upon the apartment. So first we have to find an apartment, then only all the things
For
will
you
go.
for living. And how you find Australia? Where you living is a regional area in New South Wales. So how is the area? Tell us about where you arrived, which place you arrived. Is it like a jungle, or is it like a very remote area, or
No, no.
are like coming to your home to eat you? What is actually this area look like? Because the
uh,
people don't know about regional Australia. So tell us about regional Australia, because you are now sitting in regional Australia in New South Wales.
Yeah, yeah. Now I am in Newcastle. But even though we are saying that it's a regional, but this is like a city area in our country. Okay, here we have so many shops, Coles, Aldi, all things are nearby, and yeah, we can't say this
And
is a
all the
regional.
modern facilities there. Is it you
Yeah, yeah.
saying that? Not the
Yes,
big
yes.
buildings, not the high building, but all the facilities there. Roads are
Yeah, yeah.
there, police system
Yeah.
is there, hospital is there, and fast internet is there. That's why you're actually talking to us on NB, and fast internet is there, right?
Yeah, right. Because don't consider regional area of India or some other country with that of the Australia. It's entirely different. The term is only regional, but the things are entirely different.
And you landed in Sydney, and then you
Mm.
arrived here by car or by bus, isn't it?
Yeah, I arrived by car, taxi.
Taxi. Okay. And what is your plan to move around? Would you be buying a car, or how are you going to manage the time? Because you in regional town, you need to have your vehicle, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, we are planning to buy a car,
Okay.
but after the settlement of apartments. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
that's good.
so
And
now we are using the public transport. But for me, I think in Australia it's very important to get a car, because with car we can reach 15 minutes, but through bus we will take 1.5 hour. Okay,
yes,
that's a
that's a
difference.
huge difference. You must have a
Yeah.
car, and otherwise, if you will get late on your work, employer will hate you. They will say, "Oh, why this girl is late?" So that's very
Uh-huh.
important. You need to on time on your work. And in your area where you're residing, like how people are. Did you meet any local people there
Yes,
when
yes,
you?
they are very friendly.
Oh
They are
wow!
very friendly. Yeah.
They're not saying that, oh, why you come from India to take our jobs. They didn't say that to you?
No, 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 no. They are very welcoming people.
Okay, because everyone had got fear that when you go into a new country, maybe someone will say something bad, someone will be racist, or someone will say that why you come, or maybe go back to your country, or something like that. And so nothing happened like that, is it with you, right?
No, no, no. No, no, because here we are using public transport the first time. Okay, so we didn't know the places, and we can ask anyone. They will talk to us, even though if we don't understand their language, they will talk, and they will slow their
Guide
tone.
you.
Yeah, yeah. They are very helping.
Okay. So when you say you don't understand or you don't, so what is the tips and tricks that you will tell people that how to learn Australian way of communication, like how we can make more competent or more stronger in listening those Australian English or maybe talking to us? Can you give any tip or tricks? Because that is very valid question for anyone to come who's coming to Australia.
Yeah. Actually, you hear any Australian podcast or something like that, it will be very helpful. But I think when we speak directly, it's not much difficult to speak with an Australian, okay, because they know our tone and they know us, so they won't speak with such fast when they speak with others. Like, okay, it's very different. For me, it was not a hard thing to understand the slang. Maybe they are careful while they are talking with us, but it's good. I don't feel any difficult.
I know what my experience tell that when we're talking to anyone new, for example, if there's a little bit hesitant to understand our accent, our English accent could be different for them. So I always do or always advise that if you speak little slow, then it makes easier for them to understand, even if you have a little different accent. But if you talk fast, then they
Yes,
may not pick what you were trying to say. So this is my first tip and tricks to anyone that I always say when you're talking to any Australian first time, and if you start talking like fast, that
yes,
will not go into their ear, and they will say, oh, what do you say? So better we can just say things a little bit slow in pace. And if you do
yeah,
that, the other person will also do the same, because you are actually telling them you are a very nice person and you're talking in a slow pace that they can understand you. And in return, that person will obviously follow that. He won't do opposite. He will actually follow your way. If you're speaking slowly, then other person will follow and speak to you slowly. So that's the vice versa. Human nature, they will follow your tone. And I think this will actually resolve any fear for anyone who think that accent of Australian person can be difficult. So you can
yes,
control that conversation by using this small tip. Try it and give me the feedback. And if you feel that, oh yes, I'm getting that answer and I'm getting my reply smoothly, and you will feel that if that person was talking fast and if you say things a little slow, then that person again, uh, like he will say things in a slow pace. Just try that trick. This is a human nature, and people copy each other. So just try that way, and you will be successful. Try that way. And
yeah.
whoever
Sure,
listening that,
sure.
just try that way in your current wherever you are. Either you're not in Australia, just try that with someone, some other friend or some unknown person, and try that trick. You will get a similar response, and you will feel that this is a human nature, and then that trick you can use in Australia when you come here. So that's a very good
Yeah.
thing which I have used, that many other people use, and that's how they can accommodate themselves in Australian accent. Anything else, Shana? But this very lovely to see you, first of all, sitting in a bright sunny day in New South Wales. And so how many cricket grounds you have in your place, in your city or your area? Did you notice?
No, cricket ground. I didn't notice.
Okay, so your husband is not at all in cricket.
Yeah, no.
You're from India. You should be following the Indian team, or when they're arriving in Australia. I think Indian team just went back from World Cup. You know that Team India was here for World Cup, and I had an opportunity to be with the Team India in Adelaide for a few things, especially with the medical part. I was
Oh,
helping,
great.
helping. I was not allowed to say that on the public, but I just say that I share my passion, and I was close with the team Pakistan as well. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had a very wonderful time here in World Cup, but cricket is a very common thing in any person from Indian origin to Australian to have a conversation, to start a conversation, because there's a common passion between two countries. Australia is big in cricket, and obviously everyone knows cricket is like a religion in India. So if you
Yeah.
want to talk to anyone, a stranger, just start a conversation on cricket, and you will see that that person become friend of you.
Okay. Sure.
Yes, I made so many friends in Australia just
Mhm.
because of cricket conversation. I have more friends than pharmacy friends than because of the cricket connection. So I use cricket as a tool to make friends, and
Yeah.
try that. Yes, try that, and ask your husband to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right, thank you very much for coming as with us, and it's lovely to chat with you. Hopefully, many of uh, our friends who are watching, they will get inspiration. And I can see some questions asked by some people, some comments as well. It's great to see you, sir, on such a big platform, helping us, making our journey easy. So while we're talking, someone is saying that what we're discussing is making their journey easy. And
Yeah.
someone is saying that more and more success stories always make us more passionate about CAP's journey. So what we discuss is actually making them passionate that yes, it can happen, it will happen. And you are a life example. And another person is saying during the intern training, is theory part included? This is the question. So I would recommend that theory part is included, because you need to do intern training program from Pharmacy Guild or PSA, Pharmaceutical Society of Australia. So you need to fill up a lot of written work, a lot of work. And in the end, you know that there's a written exam that you need to attend after 70% of your traineeship, that you need to do a MCQ exam, which will be a computer based exam, and then will be a oral exam in the end. Are you aware, Shaina, about that oral
Yeah.
exam?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what a person is asking, what exam or what theory part is included. So I hope you have received the answer. And one lady saying that thank you very much for all of your efforts. And yes, we needed to know how we are going to get accommodation. Okay, so accommodation is another question that this is very important for them. So real estate, contacting community groups, Facebook community groups, and people will respond to you if you started including yourself into the community group like China did with I think you did attach yourself with some Facebook groups like Indian
Yeah.
community
Yes.
or
Yes.
community, and there are a lot of help available from those community groups. So don't wait that you will come and join those groups. Join now. You can. This is Facebook technology, digital technology. You can join those group and say that you're coming to Australia. You don't know where you will come, but just ask that how I can find accommodation. There will be many helping people, like they are very helping Australian people who are from overseas background. They will reply you, and hopefully you will get the accommodation as well from real estate or any other.
Yeah. And I think to get a accommodation, single accommodation, it is easy than to get a accommodation for a family. Okay.
Right.
And yeah, here I think it's very easy to get a shared accommodation. But if you're coming with family, it will be a little bit difficult. That's why I told, if you're coming with an employment, then the employer can help you. We can approach the rental agencies that we have a contract. We are getting this much amount of salary. Our annual income will be this amount, and they will contact our employer, and then if our employer will give a reference, then it will be a little bit easy for us.
Okay, and as a colleague, I will wish you best of luck for your coming months. I would like to see you a vaccinating pharmacist very soon. Try to complete your first aid. Maybe you can do the first aid now before starting your work. This is a private course that you can do by paying $100. First aid and CPR is like a 6-hour face-to-face course. Do that in your area. Find out where it is available. And then there will be anaphylaxis training that you need to do. And then when you join that guild intern training program, they will allow you to do lots of things like vaccination training. They will allow you to do HMR, like Consultant Pharmacist Part 1 course that is free available in your internship. And there's another program which I disclosed to many interns yesterday that you can get a certification course of complementary medicine in paying just $100. So start.
In your group, I saw that naturopathic.
Yes. That's very important. It looks like very stupid thing why I need to be naturopath or complementary medication, but believe me that 30% of business in community pharmacy is that complementary vitamin, fish oil, and those kind of business. So you need to have a good command on that topic. Otherwise, if a person come and you will be very good on your dispensary area, if you're not good on complementary medicine, you feel that, oh, I should know about this. So better do it now and become a consultant, a certified person. And you know that your employer will love you if you do that without asking them, without they ask you. If you do that, you will impress them that, oh, wow, she is competent. She got a certification as well. So when you have a certificate issued by that Blackmore Institute and put on LinkedIn, your acceptance, your value will increase as the pharmacist. And when you do the HMR accreditation course in your internship, and you say on your LinkedIn, and if you tell your employer, they will look at you, oh my God, she is serious. This person is serious in her profession, in her early age, early time. So that's something I would advise everyone to do, and try to get control of these things in your first 3 months time. Do everything in the first 3 months, because as the time goes on, you get busy in your work, you will worried about your exam, and maybe you will not concentrate on these things in later part. So just bang, do that in first 3 months and try to complete that. And Lutmore is a great example. He completed everything. And you know what he did? His name has been selected or nominated for Pharmaceutical Society of Australia Intern Pharmacist of the Award for this coming year. So try to do that as well.
And I pray for that he will get that award.
Yes, I will be very happy. I will be jumping on the roof if he received that award. I will go to his function. Yes, I will go. I will definitely go, and I will bang on the stage that I will say, look, I was the one who started this journey with me.
And we will become also there.
Yes. This is a community that we created, and you are part of that community. That's why you are on camera with us, and you're talking to so many people, and everyone will remember you as well as a guiding force for them, because we have seen so many coming. These people are not in Australia; they are actually coming. So you will be the leading pharmacist. Look, if you win this award for Intern Pharmacist of the Year, you will create a legacy for you and your family as well. So just think big.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Inspiration.
Thank you. I'll finish the conversation, and we'll chat. Message me if you have any question in your internship. I will be there to reply you. I will be there to guide you. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.